I'm going to show you how to use the Teams tool to create healthcare portraits. When you're on the Try It On homepage, you can either click here on the Teams or click here in the side menu. When you're here, go ahead and create a new project, something that your team will recognize. For now, I'll just call it test. In here, you'll be asked to create your portrait styles. Now, you can upload your own photos or you can use a ready-made library. I'm going to upload my own photos. Make sure that they are high quality and that they're the same size. So I'm using a square format. You need to upload one per gender, and then you need to define the background and the clothes. So just something very, very simple. So gray studio background. So you're just confirming, you're reiterating to AI that that's what you want. And then for the clothes, again, keep it very general. Don't use verbs, just very simply describe what it is. White doctor's lab coat. If you want to be more specific, for example, you want everybody to have a black t-shirt, then you can say tailored black shirt. If you don't put it in, then it might have some variations, which could be good if you want everybody to look just slightly different and not exactly the same. Once you're happy with the style, go ahead and add to styles. So you get 5 photos per gender, so 10 in total styles. If you want to proceed with just one, you can go ahead and proceed with just one, but I'm going to upload a few more just to show you what they look like. So again, keeping it simple, blue nurse scrubs, light gray background studio. Awesome, and then last one. You can also give textures if you want. So for example, you could say maybe silk, if it's silk, or otherwise you can keep it general. Oops. Great, once you're happy, go ahead and confirm the styles, and you'll be asked to purchase credits. When you're purchasing credits, you can buy just one if you want to, if it's for testing purposes, or you can go ahead and purchase 50 and start getting discounts. The credits do not expire, and you can come back here and repurchase credits as many as you need anytime. So you can just go ahead and purchase just one and then come back for more if you like. We're using Stripe for processing. So in here, you'll be able to use your Amex, Visa, corporate card, whatever you need. Once you have purchased the credits, you will look something like this. So for example, this project has 3 photo shoots that I've purchased, and you can see that one of them is already claimed, and then I have 2 more credits. So this is how you send out the invitations to your team. So just save and then send the invitation. Once it's sent out, the customer will receive an email that looks like this. You've been invited to participate in the project name. Once I enter the studio and I claim it, then in your team page, it will look like this, waiting to upload. So that means that the photo shoot has been claimed. If you don't want that person to have the credit anymore, you can actually just delete it, revoke it. That's it, and they will not be able to use it. Once they can use it, I'll show you shortly what it looks like on your team's side. So here you go. If you need to buy more photo shoots, you can buy more photo shoots. If you want to invite an admin, if you want them to review the results, for example, edit the results in any manner, you can invite an admin. Otherwise, your team will not be able to see any of this, and only the admins can see this team project. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the team side and what they need to do. So when the team receives this email and they enter the studio with the email, only with the email that you have sent them the credit to, tell them to just make sure that it doesn't go to spam. Maybe it is in spam. So when they get the credit and they claim it, they will actually see it in here in the Express Studio. It will not be in the Teams. For the consumer side, it's in the Express. So it'll look something like this. So here you go, the project name, care, and it says ready to upload, and I am ready to go. So I can say, right, let's go, prep for photo shoot. I'll name it something of my own. Now the guidelines are the same for women and men. The guidelines just require you to upload 6 to 7 or more if you like photos. Um, Honestly, 6 is more than enough as long as they are good quality. Just make sure that they are very well lit, that you can see your skin texture, nothing filtered is allowed, nothing too dark, and just don't cover any of this area. It should be, yeah, it should be very clear and visible. Don't repeat multiple photos. Each photo has to be unique. Don't upload AI photos. This is very important. And obviously nothing blurry or pixelated or way too far where it's impossible to tell what your facial structure looks like. So once you have your 6 to 7 natural photos, go ahead and upload them. Dun, dun, dun. If you see this message here, multiple people detected, it only matters if it's actually visible. This is not visible, so it's fine. A lot of people do upload their wedding photos and they'll crop themselves out. That totally works as long as it's not a very visible face that could potentially mislead the eye in thinking that could be you. So I'm happy with these 7 photos. I'm gonna go for continue. Now here, if you want to reinforce certain features, for example, I want glasses in all of the photos, or I want a beard in all of the photos, then you can do so here. Um, if you are a person that wears a lot of lenses and maybe you've submitted some close-ups with different lenses, that happens, then you can say, you know what, I actually want just blue. Otherwise, the AI, as long as the close-ups are really good, the AI is really good at detecting the color and just replicating it. Um, for the age, this does help. Hairstyle only if you want something specific, for example, a mohawk or a short bob or super long hair, you can put it in here. Do keep it very, very simple. For example, literally just mohawk, no verbs. Skin tone. If you are a person that uses a lot of different makeup, or maybe you've used a little bit of filters on close-ups, please don't. Then you can define your skin tone if you like. But otherwise, again, as long as the close-ups are really clear, the AI is great at detecting it and then replicating it. So I'm going to go ahead and complete the submission. So once the team member has submitted, you can actually go back to your projects. So again, only the admin can see this. So you can see the status of every staff. So I can now see that it's generating. If you delete this, you will delete all of the data that both you and your team member have. So just be very careful about this. Now from here on, it will take anywhere between 10 minutes to 30 minutes. It depends on how busy our servers are on the day, but usually pretty fast. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit, and then once I'm done, you'll be able to see the results in here. So let's give it a few minutes. Here we go. So only you and the staff member who has submitted these results can see them. So if you delete them from here, then also the team member will not be able to see them. So just be careful with here. You can download them in high res. You can also preview them in higher res. You can also use the AI editor to do things like, for example, expand them to the sides if you would like to. You can upscale. So if you upscale, it really blows up the image quite high if you need that level of pixels. You can also animate it if you would like. I'll show this in a little bit. It could be quite useful for social media, or if you're trying to maybe create a more dynamic website presence. You can also do things like change background and then recreate clothes as well if you like. So this is the AI editing. So both you and again the staff member whose photo shoot this is can use it. Other than that, so back into the team project, just a reminder, please be very careful that if you do delete this, you cannot get this data back as we don't host backups. So same thing on the team member side, they will be able to see only the own results. If they delete it, same thing, we don't store back copies. If you delete here, you do have a double confirm. So again, once it's gone, it's gone. And then just the last thing, If there's a portrait that you really, really love, and let's say you want a doctor's name on it, you can request a human edit. We don't yet have a functionality to add the logos on here, but we can do it manually. This request, so this along with anything else you might want to add, for example, you want stethoscopes on, or you want something specific in the background, again, maybe even adding a logo in the background, you can do a human edit. A human edit is $10 per edit. You can either email me, team@tryitonnet.com, or you can submit it in here. And this does go to a real editor, and the results will be done within 24 hours, and they'll show up in this gallery. That's it for the moment. If any questions, please email me. Thank you.